Hey everyone, so the new trial that came with 6.2 is one hell of an encounter. It's just so much fun, and is easily one of my favorite raid encounters to date. And it's not just because I'm a massive fan of Final Fantasy IV, which I am, and that I was really hoping that the Archfiends would be trial encounters, which I did. All of that is just a cherry on top of this amazing Sunday. So the encounter is against the Archfiend Barbariccia. What I found really cool here is the developers were able to take the gimmick of her boss fight from Final Fantasy IV and make it into a really cool mechanic for the raid. I'll get more into that a little bit later. So even on normal, you could tell that this was going to be an amazing extreme encounter. The normal mode was already just so quick-paced and relentless with just how fast the mechanics came out. And then the extreme version doubled down on that. As you'd expect, there are more mechanics, and Barbariccia is just flying through them. I feel sorry for all the Black Mage mains here, because this is yet again another fight where you will be running around a lot. But that is the reason I think this fight is so much fun. I love that there is so much movement, and that you really need to pay attention. The first phase is mostly learning Barbariccia's telegraphs. Other than that, most of the mechanics are things we've seen before. The reason it stands out so much is because of how fast it is. The amazing thing is that, despite how fast the first phase feels, the second phase is even faster. There are so many ground AoEs going off in this phase. The boss is zipping around the arena punching players, and there are group up mechanics, spread mechanics, flares, knockbacks. They throw everything at you but the kitchen sink. Anyways, I mentioned earlier there's a mechanic with her hair, and it's something that shows up a few times during the encounter. And it is a really fun mechanic. What happens is, you get tethered to a spindle of hair in the center of a circle. The hair slows down your movement speed, but more importantly, if you step outside the boundaries of the circle, you get yoinked back to the center. So you have to be thoughtful with your movement and plan accordingly. Now, the part that made me fall in love with this encounter happened in the second phase, where you have the hair mechanic combined with a storm of sonic rings filling the arena. Basically, a bullet hell sequence. And I love bullet hell games. So this sort of mechanic really speaks to me, where you need to be constantly looking out for what's coming at you, moving out of AoEs, while trying your best to do DPS. These are the sort of mechanics that you know exactly what you have to do. There is no puzzle to solve or question about what's going on. It's all situational awareness, spatial reasoning, and reacting correctly. Sometimes it's really nice when a mechanic is on the nose like that, and you don't have to spend 30 minutes on strategy. You just have to do it. Practice it. That is all there is to it. Anyways, I just wish more encounters had these bullet hell sequences as a mechanic. I know there are other examples of it in Final Fantasy XIV, like on the Byakko encounter, but that was less bullet hell mayhem and more controlled. The orbs that you needed to dodge in that encounter, well, they were huge, they moved very slowly, and they moved in a very predictable pattern. I realize that I went on and on about the bullet hell mechanic, but that really wasn't the only thing that made me love the Barbariccia encounter. It was just a huge highlight. The whole encounter is really just a bunch of fun to learn. All the mechanics are great, and I just love doing this fight over and over and over again. It has some really fun transitions, the music is great, the visuals, they are really cool. It has the whole package. I have even joined party finder groups trying to get through a phase that I had already learned, just because I enjoyed the fight that much. By the way, I kept my mouth shut and wouldn't dare spoil mechanics, unless they specifically asked me to explain a mechanic. And just in case it wasn't obvious, this is my favorite extreme at the moment. That's not even giving it enough credit. It's my favorite raid encounter at the moment. It, excuse the pun, blew me away. But what do you guys think? Did you have as much fun as I did with this one? How does it rank on your personal list? Anyways, that is all for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked what you saw, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And until next time, bye!